So welcome guys back to another video in the channel. Today we're going to be doing our match preview and predicted lineup for Arsenal's game against Chelsea, which could be a big suicide game because this is going to be very difficult. I think with the prospect lineup that they could be going with, we could be in a bit of trouble, unfortunately, and it's not good trouble because I'm hearing reports that Romelu Lukaku, which they signed from Inter Milan, could potentially be starting in this game, which will cause us countless problems because our new signing, £50 million, Ben White got spun. Ivan Toney had him on strings last week. But hopefully, fingers crossed that this time it's going to be much better. I don't expect it to be, as you can see from our score prediction above. I will go through that in a second, along with our predicted lineups for this game. However, big news is I'm going to actually be there at the game. So I don't think there's going to be a match reaction to that one. I'll just save it on Twitter or anywhere else. I don't know. But I'm going to the game. Should be a fun, well, let's just hope it's a fun one. It could be a toxic one. It could be a good one. But Arteta always has his annual masterclass against Chelsea once a season anyway, so you never know what could happen in this game. So we'll just have to wait and see how things unfold because we don't know. We really don't know how this game could go. But look, last season we did do the job over Chelsea. Now, will that play a mind on Tuchel, on Arteta, on the players to actually perform and turn up because they know they can beat this team? But again, with players like Lukaku, Chalobah's doing very well at the back. You know, maybe he could be somewhere we target or maybe somewhere we get absolutely dominated by. But obviously, the big news from last week from that Brentford game was that Aubameyang and Lacazette were missing. Now, apparently, they're going to be missing from this one as well. Now, there were reports going around that they had corona, but if they did, they had to register it with the FA and they had to tell us, which they didn't. So, my feeling is that there's been some sort of problem there that they're probably trying to hide from us because all their PR sources have tried to peddle some illnesses and just waffle basically, which I don't think is true. I think something has genuinely actually happened there, which obviously we're not privy to because then I think they said when there's a mole, they've got rid of that. So I don't think there's anything going on, that we should know of, but there's something there which we don't know of. But yeah, we'll just have to go with that, and our predicted lineup does not include Aubameyang and Lacazette because I do expect them to be out. Now, problems from the Brentford game are we were defensively very weak. Seeing is that most of our signings under Arteta have been defensively, which makes absolutely no sense. And we still need a right back, and we spent so much money in defence. Mind blown. But yeah, it's an interesting one. And look, Chelsea, always a very difficult game. They are probably going to try to go for the title this season. Big ambitions under Thomas Tuchel. As I said, Lukaku's come in. It could get very, very peak for us. And already so much pressure is mounting on Mikel Arteta and his job security, whether something could lead to his sack. Hopefully, I'll bring an Arteta up banner to the game. Hopefully, I can not get kicked out for doing that. But we'll have to see. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into our predicted lineup. Starting off in goal, I'm going to go with Bernd Leno. I think this one obviously is pretty obvious. We've got no one else there. We are hopefully, well, not hopefully, let's hope not, but apparently we are close to signing Aaron Ramsdale. The least said on that is the better, I think. But yeah, Bernd Leno is probably going to start in goal. I don't think there's any question about that one. Right back, I'm going to go with Cedric. Chambers did play the game against Brentford and he got ripped to pieces. And I don't want to play Bellerin because he doesn't want to be at this football club. So what's the point in playing him if he's probably not going to be here? I'm going to go with Cedric. Apparently he's been doing well in training and he looks very motivated. So why not stick him in? But knowing Arteta, he might put Nuno Tavares at right back when he's a left back and we have 3 right backs on the bench. Mind blown. Left back, Kieran Tierney. Again, pretty obvious. He was pretty good, I thought, against Brentford, but there's no one in the cross. There's no one in the box. What can you do? Because Reece Nelson was playing up front. Yay, we've got no squad depth. Maybe sign some players. So 2 centre backs. The same 2 that got played by the drums, by the guitar, by the violin, by Ivan Toney and Ambuebo against Brentford, and it's Pablo Mari and Ben White. They got absolutely toasted, but we haven't really got anyone else better than them. Gabrielle is still recovering from an injury he suffered at the Olympics, and Rob Holding, least said the better. So it's going to be these 2 again. I wish for Ben White, mate, because he is going to get absolute stick when he gets roasted by Lukaku. Let's just hope for the best. Moving into the midfield, first of all, Sambi Lokonga. Now, he did play, I thought he played one of our best players against Brentford. You know, he had a few good touches, a few good spins, trying to make things happen. When you're next to someone like Granit Xhaka, I didn't think Xhaka was the worst player against Brentford, but again, he wasn't making things happen. It was the same backward passes, not being able to find the forward passes, not controlling the midfield, not dominating, not doing anything we want him to do. And that's just Granit Xhaka for you, isn't it? And yeah, but obviously next to him, Sambi Lokonga offers a bit of hope. He's a youngster. Hopefully he can try and use that sort of finesse, that attribute to try and lead us in this game against Chelsea. But it is a weak midfield and definitely need to improve on. But we're giving Xhaka a new deal, so it's all rosy. Yeah, but yeah, as I said, Xhaka next to Sambi Lokonga, and again, least said about that, the better. Number 10, Smith Rowe is our number 10, and we are looking to sign Martin Odegaard. And if you haven't already, go check out the video I did do on Martin Odegaard. But Smith Rowe for me, just star number 10 for this one, because yeah, he's the only one there, and a lot of pressure is going to be put on him this season, especially if Odegaard doesn't perform, because he's been given that number 10 after 10 good games. Yeah, no, that's just Arsenal for you. It was probably in his contract written somewhere anyway. His agent's probably done a good job there, but we need him to do a good job on Sunday against Chelsea, because yeah, we need creativity from midfield, and Smith Rowe is our only hope for now. So hopefully we are begging on our only hope that he can try and do something, because against Chelsea he has had very good performances. Obviously that this fixture last year is where he broke into the team, so hopefully he can show some of that more finesse in this one. Moving into the front three, first on the right hand side, Nikola Pepe. Again, look, frustrating performance against Brentford, but I think this guy is a bag full of potential. So I ain't gonna hit him down or anything. You know, he's a guy who can provide anything at any moment, and with the right support around him, he can be a deadly player. But under this manager, it ain't gonna happen. So let's hope this manager gets sacked quickly. On the left hand side, Bukayo Saka. Now this is the one change I'm gonna make from the Brentford game, which is Saka for Balogun. I'm going to stick Martinelli up front, which is on the next thing I was going to talk about. But moving on to Saka, again, look, Saka, he tried to make things happen against the Brentford game. Wasn't our best player, but again, tried to make things happen. And we need to bag on his creativity in this one, because he is someone that brings so much for this team. You know, stats-wise, you won't see it, but when you see him actually play on the pitch, it's very good. And hopefully on Sunday when I'm there at the Emirates, I'll witness him. Hopefully see the best of him, because we will really need him. And up front as the main striker, Gabrielle Martinelli. He is a striker. He's not been converted. He is a striker. Some people don't understand that. But yeah, Gabrielle Martinelli up front. That's what I'm going to go with. You know, look, he put on the left against Brentford. Didn't do quite well. Hopefully when he gets put up front in this one, he can do much better, and hopefully he can get onto the end of some of those teeny crosses, because if we can get in behind that Chelsea defence, if Martinelli can run at him, we could cause a few problems, and I think that's where we can catch Chelsea lacking. But that is it for my predicted lineup. My score prediction, unfortunately, is 4-0 to Chelsea, because I have no faith in this team whatsoever. In this manager, not really either. That back line is looking a bit dodgy, except from Tierney. So got enough, and that midfield is too inexperienced and too weak and too fragile anyway, so it's not good enough. But it's just how it is at the moment. And if you have enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe. Make sure to go do that on the road to 4,500 subscribers. Keep it going, guys. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.